Hi, you're back with Andrew, solving some statistics homework. We're moving into the next part of my assignment, which is working on variability. So the first problem I have to solve is for the range. And my homework assignment has 10 scores in the distribution for range. I use the tool I found online called cram101.com to do statistics problems because it makes it real simple because everything is formatted and laid out the way you want to solve these. It saves a lot of time. You don't have to mess around with spreadsheets. So let's go to Cram 101. This is the menu for Stats Labs. And we'll go down descriptive statistics, distribution, central tendency, area variability. The first one is range. So we'll click range. And the first thing they ask us for is the number of data points in our distribution. We have 10 in our homework assignment, so we're going to say 10. And then the next step to do would be to add the data into the 10 scores. They provide you the opportunity to use random data in case you don't want to use your homework and just practice, or they'll give you a fixed data set, which is an example that they've worked out for you. So it kind of helps as a tutorial. We're going to just jump into the homework. So the first value we have is 80. Put that in. And then the next value is 58, and 57. 66, 45, 39, 14, 96, 49, and then lastly 47. Okay. All right, so we have the data in the table. Let's go down. The next step that they suggest is it's an option if you're going to plot the data out, which we want to do because we want to get an idea how this thing looks. Then you need to order the data in numerical order. So we'll do that. They sort the table then for you from lowest to highest, which is really convenient. And then the next thing to do would be pick the number of intervals. And the number of intervals or classes basically says that we're going to reduce these data points down to a more meaningful group of scores. And this is arbitrary. So we're just going to pick 5. We'll say we want 5 classes or intervals. So the upper limit of our distribution is 96, the lower limit is 14, and the range is 82, 14 from 96, and our interval size is 17. So get 17 by taking the range of the distribution, 82, dividing it by the number of intervals that we wanted, 5, and then round up. So our interval size is 17. Sometimes we call it the interval width. So here are our 5 intervals. And each of them has had 0.5 subtracted from them so that all the scores will only fit into one interval or the other. You certainly don't want the score to be counted twice. The next thing to do would be calculate the frequency, which means we're going to go up there and find the number of scores that would fit into this interval and all the rest of the intervals. So the first one will be scores fitting in between 13.5 and 30.5, and we'll just click frequency. And they say 1. Let's see what we got. 13.5 to 30.5, and yep, only the first score fits. Okay, so you continue through that process. We then have for the first interval 1, the frequency for the second, 3, and then 3, 2, 1. Okay, interesting distribution, huh? So the upper limit, again, in this case, is the maximum value in the distribution, which is 96. The lower limit, or the minimum value in our distribution, is 14. And again, here's our 14. And then the range, very simply, is the upper limit minus the lower limit, which is 82. And we're going to go ahead and plot out our distribution so we can see how that works. And then again, it gives you a better picture of how the variability of this distribution is laid out. And that's the range. Thank you.